CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. We're learning the man who was killed after attacking a woman in Edgemont last week has a lengthy history with police. The woman in her 30s met the man at the home along Edgemont Court to show him a rental property when he attacked her unprovoked. Investigators say she killed him in a clear-cut case of self-defense. Police have identified the man as 48-year-old Shabazz Ahmed. Court records show he faced a list of charges in 2023, including assault with a weapon, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and threats causing bodily harm, but was found not guilty. He was also found not guilty of a separate assault with a weapon charge stemming from 2022, but was convicted of mischief damage under $5,000 last year. Police say no charges will be laid against the woman, who continues to recover. Fire crews remain at the scene of a house fire in Cornerstone. It happened just after 6 this morning. The homeowner tells us he had just woken up and made himself a cup of tea. When he came back 20 minutes later, the kitchen was on fire. The back of the home sustained the most damage. 9 people were at home, but all managed to get out safely. No word yet on the exact cause of the fire. A crash on northbound Crowchild Trail slowed the morning commute. It happened just before 8:30 near the 33rd Avenue overpass in the southwest. The impact of the crash flipped a van onto its side. Nobody was seriously injured. A new framework is coming that could see more safeguards in the online gambling market in the province. The province says some providers are operating with limited or no player protection. But a new framework would require gaming companies to ensure advertising does not target minors and that pro athletes are not used to promote gambling. The province says unregulated operators capture about 70% of the total gaming market. The province's only legal regulated site is Play Alberta, and it generated $275 million in sales this past year. A call today for the Alberta government to scrap a tax on wine. Canadian wine producers and restaurant owners call it a blatant tax grab. Alberta imposed the tax last year after it made an agreement with BC to lower trade barriers on Canadian wine. Wine producers say it means a bottle of wine that costs $29 in BC costs $34 here.
So again, imagine you're an Albertan consumer, you travel to British Columbia, you go visit a winery, maybe you travel to Ontario, you join a wine club, every few months you get a few bottles, you suddenly find out that case of wine costs an extra $70. Would you pay that?
Wine producers in BC say the new tax is punishing, leading to a 50% decline in wine club sales. One of the westbound lanes on 16th Avenue has reopened. Traffic can now use the inside lane westbound to get through the water main break area. The curb lane and right turn lane remain closed. This morning, pumps at the Bears Paw treatment plant started pushing water through the feeder main. Officials say once the system is stable, water restrictions can be lifted. Water-saving measures are still required. Meanwhile, City Council continues to review what went wrong in 2024, and some want to see big changes. The council discussed a performance review of the city's chief administrative officer. They spoke behind closed doors for hours and last night voted in favor of changes to the CAO review process.
The expectation from Calgarians is that City Council is going to hold our city administration to account, but also to support them in providing the resources, the culture to get that work done.
I have a responsibility to make sure that we're learning from the past, we're heeding the panel's recommendations, and we're implementing as quickly as possible so that this never happens again.
Some of the changes include quarterly check-ins monitoring the CAO's progress against performance objectives. To help celebrate the Olympics, Team Canada FanFest will be coming to Calgary. It will be set up at the Winsport Event Centre on the Saturday and Sunday of the Family Day long weekend. The free, family-friendly events are meant to bring Canadians together to cheer on our athletes during the Winter Olympics. Calgary is one of 4 stops on the tour. The heated rivalry frenzy has reached our city.
How much pressure do you feel from the fans, from the hockey world in general?
The Canadian-made sensation has taken TV by storm since it premiered on Crave in November. The show is about 2 male hockey stars on opposing teams who fall in love. The series is based on a book inspired by current NHL stars, and it's flying off the shelves at Forbidden Library. Both Greta Bar and Dickens Pub are also hosting heated rivalry theme nights with multiple sold-out events. Academics say the show's popularity is making a positive impact.
So I think to have a story that is so powerfully filled with love and with joy, while also still recognizing the incredible complications of the love stories within the hockey space, I think it adds another layer to an important conversation.
More events are planned for February, the month associated with romance. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnewscalgary.ca.